Okay, welcome to part 3 of putting a RWB 993 GT2, whatever you want to call it, style spoiler on an MGB. This has been a massive project. In the last video, we kind of got everything put back together. So this is a single unit again, and it's really strong, which is awesome. It's all back together and glued together. Now we got to make it look pretty, and we've obviously got to make our wing stands, which is I think going to be, I hope, easy. I don't know. We'll see. So it is a big job for this week, but I think that I can do it. What we got to do first is come up here and trim all this off. I ran out of cutoff wheels in the last video, so I wasn't able to do it. But we'll cut it off real clean so that it fits, and we'll add in some filler in some areas that need it. And then it's just sanding, just a bunch of sanding. Don't worry, we will montage through that. And then after that's over, we can start with our wing stands, and they are going to be so epic. It's going to be awesome. If this is the first one you've watched, I encourage you to go watch the other two. You'll figure out how we got here. But if you don't want to do that, basically what we've done is we shortened the front of this thing about a ½ inch. We've shortened this deck about 3 inches. We lifted the wing up. We built a metal structure underneath that, so there's some tubing underneath here. We blended everything into the MGB so it'll all bolt in there and be clean and awesome. And we built this entire piece back here to kind of get everything back to the MGB, because before it was made for a Porsche and the back end's a lot longer. So we've done a lot of work to get to this point, and I'm really excited to see this thing back in one color and finished. So first things first, we gotta cut some stuff up, we gotta trim some stuff, we gotta mold some stuff, we gotta smooth some stuff out, and we're gonna do that right now. Cut to the montage. Also, super cold today, and I do not do cold weather really well. That's why I live in Alabama. So you're gonna hear my heater running in a lot of this, and it's just what it is. Thank you to Justin, who sent me the heater. It's been awesome. All right, now we can work. So this thing didn't look like it fit very well on the car, like it fit this spoiler, like this whole spoiler thing. But back here you can see it does fit really close, and that means that I can trim a bunch of this stuff out to make it fit closer when we get to the molding stage. But first, I want to glass it in. Right now it's only epoxied in, and I don't really like that. So we're gonna go all the way around this edge with some fiberglass and glue everything in permanently, so this is permanently a part of the whole unit. And then we will have our completed wing deck. And how cool does that thing look? thought this might happen. Actually, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know. I guess I didn't know it was going to happen. It's basically, I've got two wings here, and they're both going on this car. And when we adjusted the spoiler to fit this car, part of the adjustment was kind of pushing the front of the spoiler out. It pushed these wing stands in a little bit, which caused this space to be a little bit narrower. Now, obviously, this MDF is very thick, and so that takes up more space. I really wanted to be able to stage this up here to give you guys an idea of what this is going to look like. As you can tell, it's pretty tall. And it will come down a little bit, but this is going to be our height, which is awesome. So anyway, we're going to have one here and then one in the middle, and I really wanted to stage it for this video so you guys could see it. I think it's going to be really cool, and so I could see it, but I don't think it's going to work. The MDF is not what I'm making the stands out of. It's just, well, it was going to be the mold, but I think I may change the way I'm making the mold, so now it's just going to be the shape that I'm using. I may still make the mold out of this stuff. I just think that I'm going to need some flexibility in my stands. And the way I was going to make the mold with this wouldn't have been flexible. It was going to be really rigid. So we're going to have to probably do it a little bit different, but I'm going to have to experiment, and I don't have time to do that in this video. So unfortunately, we're going to have to end it there. Now, blending this thing in did take a lot more time than I was expecting. I mean, a ton of time. But I have gotten a lot better at that kind of stuff, just at bodywork in general, a little bit more patient, and just learning the materials a little bit better. And as a result, I mean, this transition is just so smooth and so awesome, and I just love it. All that being said, all we have left to do now is building these stands and figuring these wing decks out. We may end up like cutting the end off of one of these and shortening it and then gluing the end back on to make it fit. I just haven't decided yet, and I'm gonna have to do a couple of different pulls with fiberglass to see what I want to do about it. So we will figure that out, and it's gonna be in the final video on this spoiler. I really wanted this to be the final one, but it's just sometimes this is the way it is. I really want this to be like a high quality piece, even though it is super silly, and I get that. I want it to be a high quality and really cool looking piece, and so this is just part of that. So we'll be doing the wing stands, we'll be fixing the wings and getting everything mounted, and then paint it all black so it all matches. And it's gonna look so sick. I hope you guys are loving this. This is super. This is just awesome to me. We're going to be doing some suspension work next week as well to get this thing back on the road. And we're really kind of down to the last few things for the kit and for the body and stuff before we're ready to move on to the next stage of this build. If you want to know more about the next stage of this build, follow me on Instagram. As I'm picking up parts, I've been buying parts for this build this weekend. And as I'm buying parts, I've been posting stuff on Instagram to keep you guys updated. This car is getting an engine swap because we need some power to back up all the this, and so we are going to be swapping the engine, and I got the transmission and a few other things this weekend. Going to be shopping for an engine now, so that'll be really cool. But for now, unfortunately, we're going to have to call it a day. We'll have to finish the spoiler in the next one. Alright, I'll see you guys. Oh, and I almost forgot, the Wide Body the World t-shirt is on pre-sale right now. I think we've got one more week on the pre-sale before it goes to regular price. So if you want one of those, go to buildofficial.com and you can get yours.